Hi, welcome to another week of Frequency. Today we have Mix D with us. How are you doing today?
Doing very well. How are you, darling?
I had a great day. The Lord was in my favor. I went to the
Amen.
DMV and I got through in one go. One go.
Impressive.
One go. Like I came, had all my papers, and and the devil tried to say no because the girl at the front desk, she tried to block it.
Yes.
Told me that I need to go back to my home state and go get a power of attorney. She know what she was talking about. So I ended up going to the manager. Yes, I was a Karen today. I definitely went to the manager.
Oh, come on.
And the manager was like, dude, you have everything you need. Like, you're good. Just go. So I got everything I needed. And I got to the DMV in one go. So, y'all, I am officially a resident of the state.
Come on now. Ho-official. Ho-official.
Ho-official. Come on now.
Ho-official.
Can we trademark that? Ho-official.
Said no weapon formed against
Hey.
me, honey.
In one word, God will do what he said. But no, it was a good day. I got to work, did my little job, and then came here. Traffic wasn't even bad on the way home. It was
Okay.
a good day. What about you? How was your day?
My day was great. Started out with my weekly allergy shots because I, close to the age of 40, developed severe allergies to the environment. Yes, almost took me out, girl. And now I go for weekly injections, like to minimize the allergies, and then went to work and had a very good day at work. Went to lunch with my boy. He treated me an extended birthday, lunch.
Happy belated, by the way.
Thank you.
On,
40 in cancer, yes. And yeah, then was chilling at home for a little bit with the dog and the hubby, and then came out here. Also, traffic was not bad.
It was a good day for traffic.
was a good
So
day.
I read an article today. It says DC is the #1 area for traffic now. It's the
I
number one,
believe it.
for the worst traffic out here in the world. Like it's bad.
It makes no sense why it takes 40 minutes to go 3 miles.
But that's like Atlanta too. It just kind of reminds me of everything. I was gonna ask you something. It had to do with your week. I totally forgot. Oh, the allergy thing. That's what I was gonna ask you. The allergies you have. Does your partner have those allergies?
He does not at all.
Because I think I've been sucking my partner's dick for so long that I got his allergies. This is why.
I love that. We need a case study on that.
Okay, because I'm like, I always used to wonder, like, can you get your partners? So I have never had an allergic reaction to penicillin. My husband is deathly allergic to any type of psyllin.
Wow.
And so I don't remember why I had to get a penicillin shot, but I did. It was like 2-3 years ago, and I had this horrible reaction. So when I was getting out of the military, they did a penicillin test, and like they did a tiny thing. And so, have you ever heard like the thing like every 7 years your body goes through a change?
Yes.
And so,
Yes.
28, and I was just like, how the hell did I develop allergic reaction to penicillin? So I was just like, I think it's my husband because he's allergic to it. I think the swapping of DNA. Spider.
Could be it.
Something
Or
happened.
just what they call it epigenetics, when like your DNA just changes, and because I
Something
have very
happened.
similar allergies to my husband's boyfriend, but my husband's boyfriend and I have never had sex ever. So
From him to you.
maybe he's the intermediary or something. I don't know.
Now we got to worry about STDs, and I got to worry about your allergies too.
Yes. That part.
But what have you been doing in these streets lately? Any
I'm always doing something.
Oh, you
in
always
these
doing something?
Streets. So an interesting thing this weekend. Birthday alone. My birthday was Saturday, and I typically top. It's difficult to find tops in DC, so I'm versed.
Really?
I find a difficult time finding tops in DC, so I
gonna touch back on
I don't
that.
often bottom. Somehow, I had 4 dicks in my ass for my birthday.
Come
I
on.
know.
Woo!
Birthday gift to me. It was
Was this
so
planned
good.
for you? Like, give us the details.
The first one was planned.
Okay.
So I met up with my sir, and so that was planned. Knew that was happening. Step into the room, and his husband, who's also one of his boys, is there. And I'm like, ooh, special birthday treat, get a 2-for-1. And then got home, like changed, bartended, and then met up with a friend at the bar, and we were round two, and literally that wasn't even planned. Like we were just going back to my apartment to grab some weed and go back out into the streets.
Okay.
And we're chatting, like by my kitchen island, and I don't know for whatever reason, one thing leads to another, and we just start going at it. In the kitchen.
In the kitchen. Come on, butter rolls.
So he bent me over, going at it. And this is someone, he's only bottomed for me before. So I'm like, where did this top energy come from? And then.
There used to be a study on switches.
Come on now. Come on.
I definitely did some of that this weekend. Wait, go.
Come on. And then my man came out of the room and saw what we were doing and got turned on and joined in on the fun.
Come on, compersion, my bad.
I loved it.
Okay.
It was a great day and night.
So you were just getting patted
Didn't top at all on my birthday, which is shocking.
Oh wow.
I loved every minute of it.
So this week I had well, actually two things happened. I hosted a sex event on Saturday, the hetero event. Shout out to hetero.
Come on now.
Great oral play party that we had out in Baltimore. And a friend of mine was there. And when I tell you, like, fuck the living daylights out of me, like, on the catwalk,
that's right.
It was so damn
On
good.
the catwalk.
On the catwalk, baby.
Nice.
It was so good. Oh my god.
Did you have an audience?
Oh no, actually, like we ended up like finishing early because we had to end up leaving to go back to finish. But that was definitely like something I really wanted to do. You ever get some dick and it was like everything you thought and then some?
Oh, absolutely.
Like
absolutely.
Usually dick lets you down sometimes.
Yeah, but
no,
when it's good. There was one dick I had, and I think it was my first or second time at Bear Week in PTown, and met this guy in the bar and went back to his place, and it was so good. Where I was staying from where he was staying was maybe about 2 miles, and by the time we were done, it was 4:00 in the morning. I didn't have the mental acuity to call a cab. I walked the 2 miles home because I had to reflect. I had to reflect on what just happened because he rocked my damn world.
Oh, I always tell people
in the dark. If you've been to pizza, there's not many lights at 4:00 in the morning.
I always tell people I love to get fucked silly. Like, I like that look where you just look like a happy dog.
When folks look at you and be like, those who know be like, you done got some good. You done got that good.
Your attitude has been readjusted.
Exactly.
You go from saying what to yes, daddy.
Make you do some wild things that you never thought you could do when it's that good.
I need to go back to California. And then, so I recently... a little over 2 months ago, I got a PA.
Ooh, nice.
And I was able to test out the PA with the husband this week.
Oh, good.
Very, very, very happy. So let me tell y'all, like, I don't like head. I never used to like head, and I used to like topping, but I was very aggressive with my topping. This PA has just changed my sex life. It really
it's a game changer.
It really has been. Like, I love getting head now with having a PA.
Okay.
Like, it's amazing. And
you feel more stimulated now?
Yes. It's like shock something. Therapy, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like, having that little needle go through my dick was amazing. Like, I love getting head. And then like having like anal sex for the first time. I'm not gonna lie, I was down there looking at me. I was like, look at you, bitch.
I'm here feeling this out. Like, I'm my own fantasy right now.
I was fucking my husband. I was just like, look at that thing just slide in and out. Like, I was so happy to finally be able to fuck. I think
it takes a while. That healing takes some time.
So trying to get mentally prepared for the PA, I was like, okay, you're not gonna be able to fuck with the PA for a while. So I stopped like fucking like 2-3 months prior to getting the PA, just kind of get myself in that bottom mindset.
Yeah.
So like I've been ready to fuck, and so I finally like
ravenous.
oh my gosh,
It feels good. I've been fucked by somebody with a PA, and it feels amazing.
It does feel amazing. Do you know his size? What size he was?
I don't.
So the biggest
It was
size
thick.
I've
It was
been
thick. I
fucked
know
with
that.
Was a 6. I want to get down to a 0. That's what I do want to get down to. The biggest I've had someone fuck me with was a 6. But
It takes time. It takes maneuvering to get it in at first, and then it feels good once it's there.
That's the only thing now. You can't.
Yeah, yeah, no, you can't.
You gotta
be careful.
Finagle it out. Like right now, keep it down.
Exactly.
But no, other than that, it was a good little whole week for me. I had a good time. It was good.
As you should. You always have a good time.
Okay, so we have this little. So today's topic is going to be talking about exhibitionism and voyeurism.
The good stuff.
So, for those of you who don't know, exhibition means you like to be watched. You like to put on a show. You are on Broadway, and you want to be the main star, baby.
Yes.
You are the person who opens your blinds when you are having sex in your apartment in DC at DuPont, and you want the whole world to see and put it on OnlyFans. All right, and voyeurism is when you're at the Eagle and you look around the corner because you're just not because you're not ready to actually step in and do anything, but you want to watch.
You want to enjoy watching the.
You're curious, right? You know, you peek down the alley when you see the guys making out, and you just watch a little bit, or when you're at the cabin in the woods and you know what your friends are doing, you just
maybe touch yourself a little bit while you're watching.
But you don't do so. Now I know some extreme voyeurist people, and I know some extreme exhibitionist people. So it all. Do you think
it's a spectrum?
Do you think the fear of getting caught aligns with exhibitionism?
Yes.
You think so?
Absolutely. That's part of the adrenaline rush.
If that was its own the fear of being caught was its own kink or not.
Because you're doing something taboo that you're not supposed to be doing.
So, when you're doing it in okay spaces to be an exhibition and,
then it's not the fear of being caught, yeah.
Yeah, so you're just, but, I've, that feir of, in the Macy's dressing room when I was 18
exactly.
years old,
or in a park, or on a balcony.
Trying to
it's like someone may see us and could report us.
I had a friend once, he got reported for that. Because that's the other thing we are going to talk about today in exhibitionism. If you do get caught in the wrong places, you will have to register as a sex offender. You can't live near children or school zones.
That part.
So just be careful with your things. All right. So we have some what ifs, kind of little icebreakers to break you into voyeurism. So these are kind of what would you rather do? Now these are some prompts that were prompted. So I didn't make all of these.
Okay.
So let's see how you like them. All right.
Okay.
So it's nasty on display is the category. So the first one is, would you rather get your hole eaten on stage at a sex club, or would you rather suck a stranger's dick while a room full of men cheer you on?
Ooh, and I can't do both. I have to choose one. Maybe have my ass eaten.
I'm going with ass eat too.
Yeah,
I love a good booty munch.
Because I can bend over and I can really sell it too. I got the hairography going on with it. I'm gonna give a show.
Beyonce's dance shoes in the background.
Exactly.
The wind is flowing.
Exactly, and people will still be cheering. Don't get it twisted.
Suck a stranger's dick while 4 men cheer you on.
That's child's play. That's a Tuesday night.
That is at the Kink Club, apparently.
Exactly.
That is child's play. All right. Would you rather stroke your meat in a glass box in the middle of a party, or would you rather sit in the dark and watch 3 men fuck like no one's watching?
Oh, you sit in the dark and watch 3 men like no one's watching.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, baby,
for me to be watching and then for them not to know that I'm watching, that's part of the thrill.
Oh, so what are they doing? What if you're watching them? What are they doing?
They're spit roasting. They are fucking sucking, rimming. They're doing it all, taking turns, and all 3 are verse.
Okay.
All 3 are verse.
100%. Come on, verse. Do you think that it's okay? Just taboo question for the people. Can the voyeurist cheer on the exhibitionist? Is that okay to do?
It depends on the space. There's some spaces where I like to be encouraged and be like, bitch, you got that. And I was in my pool party. That was going on in the dark one where we were cheering each other on and watching and like, oh, you do that, like, get it in. And other times it needs to be silent.
Where are some
Baltimore
places?
Eagle. I don't want to hear anybody cheering me on. I need you to be silent and there should be minimal speaking.
So I got cheered on at the Baltimore Eagle once.
Of course you did.
Of
course you did.
So I had okay. I'm a very loud comer. Like my coming sounds
Comes
like
from the depths of hell.
oh my god, it is very manly. Very like I sound like a fucking gorilla. I remember that's what my friend she described me
Not
as
a gorilla.
She had came over to my house and I had came and she's like, you sound like a gorilla beating on your chest when you come, and I was just like, it is what it is. But
That's a good nut then.
I nutted in the Baltimore Eagle, and the entire room like clapped. Like the entire room clapped and cheered. There were whistles, and I'm looking at my husband, and he's looking at me. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, apparently they like the way I nut. And so I come downstairs, and like 3 guys come up to me, and they're like, dude, that was like the best orgasm I have ever had in my life. And I was just like, well,
I love that.
give you guys a little show. Okay,
telling the children what's possible.
all right. Dom, sub, or just nasty. Okay, would you rather be told to come in front of 10 Doms or be ordered to edge yourself for hours while a room full of voyeurs just watch?
I'm going to choose the 10 Doms telling me to come.
I couldn't imagine.
I don't have the patience for edging. I want to. In my head, I have the patience, and then I'm like, no, I just need to be.
Why don't
I
you
need
think
to
you have the
finish.
patience for edging?
I like coming a lot. Like when I'm like top, I can be in it, but I'm not one of those like I can't go like all night, 7 hours, like fucking like you got a good maybe 2 hours out of me, and I'm done. But if I can get a good 5 to 20 minutes. Perfect.
I need y'all to comment in the comments. What is a good time for I think the term is gooning, correct?
Gooning.
For those of you who are into gooning or edging, I don't know, because I mean, to me, edging for 20 minutes is that sounds okay.
That's just a beat off session. That is not edging, in my opinion. When I think edging, I think you're going for hours without coming and just stroking on and off.
Now, I can see you going up to 2-3 hours if we're including pumping in the session, like pumping your dick and like, you know,
take a snack break, maybe.
Yeah. But like to be gooning for like 4-5 hours.
Yeah.
And
I think some people can go for like days, maybe weeks, or just like getting to the edge and not releasing, and I can't do that.
That would drive me insane.
The blue ball pain is a real, and I can't handle that.
I think I could probably only like edge for like 2 or 3 hours. I think that's the most I could do. Okay. All right. Would you rather fuck in a parked car at the beach with the windows down? Oh, that sounds really fun. Or in a hotel window with people watching from below? I'm hotel. I'm not gonna hold you.
I've done the hotel before on the first floor. I didn't realize at first that the window was open, but once I realized it, I did not stop. I was in the moment, so it kept going.
I love it.
And people got cheered on. They were commenting. My best friend was watching because he was like looking for me because I had disappeared, and it was like, oh, this bitch is fucking, and got an audience.
I love a good audience. I think so. That's one thing about my husband. He can be old school sometimes. So like we have these sliding doors in our apartment, and so like every time we fuck, like he'll close the doors, and I'm like, bitch, we pay too much motherfucking rent in this place. Look, the entire subdivision is finna watch me fuck. I don't give
that part.
a shit. And I always open them. He's like, do you have to open the doors? I'm just like, yes.
Paid for this.
Okay, they're gonna watch. If the people on the 16th floor in the adjacent building, they're gonna see me fuck shit out of somebody or get fucked, because I don't care.
I'm sure they want to see it if they're watching.
Yeah, I'll be looking.
You shouldn't be that nosy. I'll be looking.
I'll be looking too, because I don't see none of my neighbors fuck at all.
None of them. They're so boring sometimes.
They are boring.
I know they want to do it.
All right. Would you rather get off knowing people are watching and can't touch, or knowing someone's watching and jerking off only to you?
The latter. Let me be the star.
I love this. There is something about I think this is why I almost died in the bathhouse last week, because I was sitting under that light, and it was just something about like, so like there's one thing I've learned, like when it comes to posing, overhead light makes you look better when it comes to like definition of your muscles and everything. And I was just in the bathhouse under this one little light. And I'm just sitting under this light, and I'm just like, damn, like I felt really sexy under this light. And I think the water is just draining out of my body, and I'm not realizing
dehydration is real.
Dehydrated I'm getting as I'm like feeling myself, and I'm just feeling very like empowered under this like shadowed light with a hard dick and a PA. And y'all, the water, the I almost got took out.
See, you gotta hydrate.
Watch my Instagram. The story's there. Almost died. All right.
Grab that bottle of water before you get into the bathhouse.
Let's do one more. Okay. Would you rather get filmed riding a dildo in full pup gear or be tied up and gagged while someone live streams your moans to a kink chat group?
Ooh.
These are some good questions.
These are very good questions. Because the first one, I'm in control. The second one, I am not.
I think for me,
I think I want the second one.
the
Gag
second
me.
one, be tied up and gagged while someone live streams your moans in a group chat. So for those of you who don't know, there's this game called Truth or Drink. One of the questions on the cards is to show, you have to do a live demonstration of what you sound like having sex. It is a game.
It
makes everyone laugh. But I think there's something so sexy in like just sexual sounds.
I think so as well.
Like I think that's a good part of being like, an important part of voyeurism is hearing sex.
Hearing it.
Like when you're in the
folks
dark
who like
house,
are silent, I'm like,
that
I don't know, like it's weird, and it's like, are you actually enjoying this? And I can get out of it.
Make noise. Something's wrong with you. I'm just saying that.
No. Or if you're not making noise, let it be from like because you're stifling it because you can't make sound.
That's one thing. Like, if you're in an area where you can't be making noise.
That's
but like if you were just openly having sex and
if you're just there, kind of like no moans and nothing, no coming sound. Like I don't know what's going on here.
I couldn't do it. I never. So I remember the first time. Do you remember the first time you came?
I do.
So the first time I came, I was it was in Augusta, Georgia. We were living in the family housing barracks. So my mom was going to school to be a nurse. And I didn't know what masturbation was at the time. And I just remember I was humping a pillow.
Yeah.
And it just felt so good.
And
I
just
remember
kept going.
I was humping this pillow, and I remember like coming, and I let out this like just shriek. And my mom was like, "What was that?" And I'm naked in my room, and I'm like, "Holy fuck!" And so I have Caribbean parents, right? They don't give a. There's no such thing as privacy.
No, absolutely not.
So I hear her coming down. My pants are around my ankles, and I've got a pillow covered in nut. I throw the pillow in the closet, and then I get in the closet too. And then my mom opens the door. She's like, "What are you doing in the closet?" And I'm like, "I'm just changing. I'm just changing." And it was from that experience for like the next, because I was 13 when that happened. I did not moan or make a sound coming until I was 18. I learned to come quietly. Because of my environment, and I couldn't make any noise. And I remember one day I was with my husband, I was with a guy, and something was like, I was telling him like why I don't make noise. Yeah. And he's like, just let it out. And that's when once you have that first
release,
the gorilla thing just came out. Like I wasn't faking it, I wasn't trying it. It just came out. So I understand for those of you guys coming in your mama's house where you can't be heard.
Yes.
But if
that was my first experience as well. 13, like at home. I'm one of 6. Crowded house. So the times when like uncle or cousin staying with us, like had to be very quiet.
That sucks.
It did. But I always got it in. I always found a way.
My showers got really long. That's where I learned. And I remember when I learned what masturbation was. Because I think for like a good 6 months I humped this pillow. I didn't know I could use my hand. So I Googled.
I learned from school about masturbation and went home and tried it. Yeah, and I went to school in New York City, so sex ed. I started at like 3rd grade. So like, but by 8th grade they talked about masturbation. I'm like, that sounds like something I would enjoy, and went home and tried it for the first time. And
there is this daddy bear on this gay porn show, or this gay show, and he'd been doing a whole lot of like amateur porn, and I remember just watching one day he was like just jacking off, and I was just like, I wonder. I was like, why is he doing that? Because in my mind, I'm like, he doesn't have to hump the pillow. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking to myself.
Like masturbation is only humping a
I
pillow.
was just like, you could just use your hand. I remember like using my hand for the first time, and it felt like weird and itchy. And then that's when I found. I remember the first time, baby. I remember the first time I bought Astroglide. I felt like I was stealing from the store. Okay, I went
You
into
were
the
nervous.
store. I was so
walking
nervous. And I was just like, oh my god, these people are gonna think I'm sinning because that's what's in my mind from where I'm growing up. And I'm like, I'm gonna buy. They're gonna be like, why am I buying Astroglide? And I remember like running out of the store with Astroglide to go home, so I didn't have to dry beat anymore.
I love that because once you do it with lube or something,
It changed.
another game changer. I also love watching people masturbate because not everyone does it the same way, and I'm always fascinated by like what folks need to do to like get themselves off, and it's so I love watching people jerk off.
Techniques I've seen people do. I've seen people like if this is the penis. I've seen people do the reverse grip. I've seen people do the regular grip. And the one thing that's weird to me, I see people do the two hands.
I've seen that a lot
I've
too.
seen this too.
I've seen the like between like so the knuckles are in there as well. So like
a
yeah, so you get some like kind of like a rib type of thing going on.
I have an episode on masturbation.
Yeah. Sometimes like your stroke, is different, like different intervals and like
that is true. I notice like when I'm getting ready to nut, my strokes they stop focusing so much on the head and I go to longer strokes.
I'm the opposite.
Really?
I focus on the head when I'm getting there.
Oh wow.
I'm longer in the beginning.
I think that's a really hot thing, especially being in the bathhouse, because a lot of people like, or when you're in sexual places, people aren't really focused on trying to do self gratification because you're in a place and you want to experience things to other people.
Exactly.
So like masturbation is not a common thing in open play spaces, but watching guys, a lot of guys will jack off to attract
you. Yes,
somebody.
yes, especially in the
And
bathhouse.
like you'll see them like with their legs open, and they'll just be beating their meat.
Yeah,
and
staring you down like,
exactly.
This is my consent. Come on over.
And watching those techniques on how people jack off, I think is really. I've denied somebody access. Like I just wanted to watch them jack off, and I guess he was mad because he wanted me to suck his dick, and I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to watch.
Just
him jack
watch
off
you.
'cause
Yeah,
he's
that's
so
fascinating
hot.
as well.
He's a beautiful man.
I love watching people jack off.
I think that in itself could literally be its own little fetish. All right, so here's a fun fact. When it comes to voyeurism, so Adonis Theater was a voyeur in paradise. Adonis Theater in New York wasn't just a gay porn cinema; it was a live-action cruising zone where men engaged in exhibition and voyeurism while porn played in the background. And I remember when I read this today, I was thinking about it. I was just like, I remember like. Like especially like in some like European countries and some American countries, like they'd play like adult films sometimes in movie theaters, and men
always
would go
want to
these
experience
places,
that.
and they you kind of go there to go see who's going, and like the men would like some of them would jack off in the movie theater, and like things would happen.
Maybe you have someone come over and give you a little handy or a little BJ. I've always wanted to. I've
been so scared because I'm like,
I've been jerked off in a movie theater.
Okay. See, I think that's more.
But it wasn't like it was a normal movie theater, not like an adult one.
The only thing I've done was I sucked my husband's dick in the movie theater in the hallway leaving the movie theater because there was no hall there. Because I'm thinking like they have like cameras in the movie theater, so you don't like.
Record and all of that.
So I'm like, there's no way I'm doing this in the movie theater because I'm not gonna get caught. So in the little hallway, I told my husband, I was like, whip it out. I want to do it. I just want to be able to say I've done something in the movie theater because I've never done anything in movie theater.
I was with an ex, and it was like during the winter, so we already had jackets and whatnot, and just draped the jacket over me, and he like reached over and.
You know what? That is a good idea. Just bring a heavy jacket and just kind of just.
No one knows. Couples all the time like snuggle up in the movie theater together.
Just reach over.
Exactly.
And
if you're doing, and if the movie is good, no one should be paying attention to you.
Exactly.
You should be watching the movie, not watching me.
Unless I'm doing better than the movie.
We usually are.
Okay. Another one. All right, so since the early 20th century, Bathhouse became the hubs for watching others showers, masturbate, and perform sex and acts, even in some glass room mirrors and audiences in different spaces. I remember when I read this, and it was talking about how bathhouses are a big place for voyeurism. But
Mm-hmm.
then I was just like, I don't think bathhouses are like, when I think of like a traditional voyeurism,
Mm-hmm.
I think of gym class. Like high
Yes.
school gym class.
Yes.
Like seeing the boys
Changing
get
room,
changed and you're
showers, using
intrigued.
that.
And it's just
Mm-hmm.
like people don't realize, because people are like, I'm not into voyeurism. And I'm like, you probably
You
have
probably
done
are.
a lot of voyeurism
Hmm.
and didn't
Especially if you're
realize.
queer and we're in.
Because definitely,
Locker room was definitely like.
that was one of the first places I
Mm-hmm.
experienced voyeurism. For me,
Mm-hmm.
it was ninth grade, and they all the boys liked. You know, they were into girls. Baby, I was into the football coach. That man was fine as fuck. Okay. Coach
Come on
Nixon
now.
was this built black, like just overly, like he had the muscle belly and the shoulders and the chest. He was just this big old built dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to go in on his own period, like in
Yeah.
his private time, and he would work out in the gym. And I would just come
That'd
and
be
I would just watch
amazing.
that man just work out by
Mm-hmm.
himself. I was not. There was none of the boys I was interested in. I've
Yes.
always had a thing for daddies, and he was a beautiful man.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, it would definitely be school.
Yeah.
It's where
Yeah.
voyeurism started for me.
I love
When I
that.
realized, like, I like watching this.
I learned that in school as well. Same gym class, locker room. There's this one Haitian guy who he always like used the bathroom before gym, like at the urinals, and he couldn't hide. It's really nice dick, and so I would always like
Oh, so y'all had
clock.
no
I always
dividers?
timed it, so I was always coming out of the stall so I could get a peek. And I think at one point he caught on, but he never stopped like using the urine at the same time. So I'm like, I'm always coming out and watching.
It's a slight form of consent. I love it. All right, so let's get into our episode with voyeurism. So when it comes to voyeurism and exhibitionism, which one do you identify with on a scale of 100? Like where are you on that scale between the two?
I would say 55% exhibitionist and 45 voyeur.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Like, why do you preference one or the other? Is it basic?
I think there's something about being watched that's really hot. Many thanks to the New York Eagle, which I'll be there this weekend, and
Two.
that's
Come
where
see us.
that's where it all started with like my first time being watched.
Really?
Yeah,
Tell us
I had
about that.
I had a dick in each hand, one in my mouth, and folks watching and wanting to like
Well, hold on. A
join
dick in
in.
both hands and one in the mouth.
One in the mouth.
Oh, baby, you talented. Come on, that's like.
I mean,
juggling.
I
can
was
try
going
perfect
at
play,
it.
baby.
Come on now, come on now, and it was my first time at the Eagle. My first time in that environment. I think I was maybe 24, 25. And I don't know, I went from 0 to 100. Like I just launched into it and fell in love. And since then, I'm like, I like being watched. And knowing that I'm doing a great job, especially when I turn other people on and then they want to join in because of like what I'm doing with other folks, like just looks amazing.
I think outward looking in and receiving validation from people as they look at you, I do think can be a very big deciding factor in people's experience with voyeurism and exhibitionism, because a lot of people do your experience and then shy away from it because like it's
Yes.
a horrible experience. So I'm really glad you had an experience where it was like I feel empowered to keep doing this.
Yes,
Because
yes.
you know, as brown men, as we look, a lot of times we're fetishized in certain spaces, and even in the Eagle sometimes, in those spaces for how we look and what people believe we can bring to the table sexually, and it's easy to feel like you're on display in those spaces. But I feel like being an exhibitionist and a voyeur and being a voyeurist, mostly being an exhibitionist actually, it really allows you to take that power back.
You really can. And I think it also can provide an avenue for self-worth. Because at that time, I didn't have much self-esteem, wasn't confident about my body, my looks. Like during that time, seeing on apps and profiles, like, fats, no blacks, like, no femmes, all of that. At that time, fat and black, so it's like no one wants me. And so being in that space where, one, I'm hooking up with these 3 strangers and like they're all into it, and then having people watch and give me that validation, like, oh, you're hot, this is hot, I'm like, we want next. I'm like, oh.
Come on, we want next.
Like, oh, like, am I the moment?
Yes,
like,
you
right
are.
now?
She's the
And
star.
and then I was going to the Eagle any chance I could get to like have that moment, and then got exposed to like Bear Week and PTown and the Dick Duck and all that.
Once you figured out, like, when you outgrew the Eagle, what was your next place that you figured out?
Yeah,
you could do?
PTown.
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 What's PTown like? Because PTown I think is currently going on, or is it just ended?
It just ended. Just ended this past weekend. It's a time. Especially Bear Week. It's a time, and the Dick Doc. I've had my life.
What is the Dick Doc? Ooh,
The Dick
okay.
Doc
Let's
is
be educated people.
yes. So the
Educated.
girlies who know, they're excited about it. They know what it gives. So the Dick Doc is it's underneath this hotel spot that's on the water called the Boat Slip.
Okay.
And they have their tea dances there like every single day. But underneath where the tea dances are on their kind of pool deck is called the Dick Dock. And it's only available for, cruising at certain times because the tide comes in. So you have to wait until the tide is down, and then you can go under there, find your little spot, find out what's going on. And especially at night, it's dark and you can slightly see. And you just go down there and fuck and suck. Some people watch, listen sometimes to like what's going on. You can't.
So you just go straight.
You go straight, and it's.
And you got to make sure you can swim just in case.
You can't swim.
You.
Yes, but there's some folks who like will look at. I'm like, okay, it's not time yet. Like the tide is in. Like wait for you check the tide time so you know when it's low tide.
Sandy or is it more pebbly?
It's very sandy.
Ooh, sex in the sand.
Very sandy.
That can be a little rough sometimes.
It can be, but when you're in the moment and that like, that sexual energy is going, you don't care about that.
On a disposable platinum dispenser on one of the piers, so you can just like squeeze and go.
Exactly. That's what they should have. Yeah, but also you have to be like there. That's when I've had some of my first moments where folks are watching and being disrespectful.
Really?
Where I've been down there topping someone and getting it in, crowd is forming because the bottom is like really moaning and into it. And I've had bottoms come up and take my dick out of his ass and try to put it in theirs.
Oh my God.
And I'm like,
I can't
disrespect. Can you let me be done with him first before you get your moment and like interrupt? Like so disrespectful. And it happened more than once at the Dick Doc.
To pull a cock out of somebody's ass to put it in
yes.
yours. You greedy ass bitch.
Yes. Like I can understand like maybe like you booty to in like next me like to indicate like, hey, like I want a little something like that's happened in Bathhouse. It's like, okay, I see you want a little something, the ass looking good.
Said,
I'll pull out and go into you, but don't just pull me out and then like, okay, it's my turn. Like that is rude.
You better.
Also assuming that I want to fuck you. Like, what if this is the one and only person I wanted to fuck, and here you are?
I could not imagine just literally
the audacity
and taking somebody's.
Yes,
ooh,
you know.
You bold bitch. Whoever did that.
You know they were palm colored. You know they were palm colored, but had the audacity to do that shit.
Oh my gosh.
The privilege.
Oh Lord, I could never do it. I couldn't do that.
Never me.
So, talking point for this first section, it says many of us, we grew up hiding our bodies and our voices, and it's one of the reasons why being an exhibitionist does give you back that power. Being watched by being fully in your sexual power can feel like taking back a lot of that energy that the world just seemed to take away from us. Being an exhibitionist, it can be very healing. And a lot of people think that it's for attention. I think for me, it's really it's affirmations for me. Like when
absolutely
I get to be an exhibitionist, it's not. I'm not doing this because I want you to praise me. It's liberating. Last week our episode was talking about go-go dancing, and being an exhibitionist, I think it falls along those same lines.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like I'm doing this because I feel empowered when I do this. I don't give a damn whether you like seeing it or not. Like
exactly,
I'm in this
you're
space
here
where
for
this
you.
is acceptable. I'm here for me, and I'm gonna do this because I want to do this.
Exactly.
And being voyeuristic can be intimate, but it's not about control. It's really about connection. And I think a lot of people think being a voyeurist is being shady. They think it's like you're in the shadows. And honestly, like especially when it comes to being on your kink journey, people don't realize how beneficial being a voyeurist can be.
It's so beneficial.
Like because you don't have to always like be into something.
No, you don't.
Like a lot of people think that I have to try it to figure out if I like it.
No, you don't.
Can just go watch.
You just watch. It's literally live porn. Literally, that's what I think of like voyeur. It's live porn. Like,
You can be
why
in
would
the
I not
room,
like that?
And then if you actually feel the need to be so empowered to go be a part of it, you can.
Exactly.
Go in
You don't have to
there.
worry about the camera changing the angle at the wrong time when you're really into it, like because you're right there.
I
You
love
control
it.
what you're seeing.
What's the best voyeuristic experience you've ever had that you did not partake in? You just watched.
Oh, I just watched. Let me see the best one. It was. I was in PTown. Bear Week.
Notice to the gays, y'all gonna have to like. I don't know where y'all get the money from to do all this stuff, because I know
It's called saving the coins all year.
because next year I already have a list. IML is one, MAL is one, Beef Tip is one,
Beef
Claw
Tip is on my
one,
list. Claw's on my list
Doreali,
as
which
well.
I think is happening this week.
Oh, really? Okay.
Is one
I hear it's
for
better
me.
than Folsom now.
Folsom East is one for me. Those are like the 6 events I know I'm doing next year.
I need to make it to Germany at one point.
Y'all save your coins up.
Save
because
the
these events
coins.
are not cheap. They're worth it. They're worth it. And
Or
P-Town,
find a daddy or boy who will fund your experience.
that part. If you were into it, get it. If you can. I haven't found one like that.
I have a new boy who wants to show me the good things
wants
in
to fund
life.
you?
Yes, and his words, I don't ride cattle. I don't fly cattle, so if you're flying with me, it has to be at the lowest business class.
Oh.
And I'm like, I can afford that. He was like, I didn't ask you all that.
Oh.
And I said, say less.
Period. Ooh.
Say less. He treated me well for my birthday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have a daddy in Atlanta. He's a Delta worker, so I get to fly wherever I want. And he actually just added my husband to it as
I
well.
know that. That's what my husband is waiting for. He's like, I need to see the benefit of this relationship soon for it to be worth it.
My husband just got added to the flight benefit package, so we actually don't use it as much as I thought we would use it. I think I want to use it next year to go because it's hard flying.
Use it for some of these
standby.
places and
Domestically, it's hard to fly sometimes, but internationally, flying standby is really great because usually those flights aren't really booked.
yeah.
But come on. But I will say, not to cut you off, not beef tip. From what I hear, PTown is expensive.
It's
That is
it
one of
gets
the
more
most
more expensive
expensive-
every single year. It's the most expensive time to find lodging in P-Town. The other weeks you can find it's still a beach town, so it's going to be a little pricey. But Bear Week, because so many people are there. Also, it's a lot of times the time where a lot of locals will stay because they love the bears, who are respectful, don't cause drama. So like a lot of them who usually rent other places don't that week. So it's hard to find lodging.
I was told the average fiscal expense for Bear Week was about $4,000 to $5,000
That sounds about right nowadays.
for a person.
Yeah, because lodging alone, you may
That's for
be
the
looking at $1,200. Yeah,
Okay.
per person for the week. And I had to recalibrate because it was the first time I went last year for my birthday, and it was the first time that I had gone since COVID. And I'm like, okay, I got this. Like, know what to expect. And prices had gone way up from what I remembered, and I think I dropped at the boat slip alone that night. I think $700 just on drinks.
Ooh, ooh.
And then I was like,
I'm sober.
was not expecting that. I'm like, okay, like this, I can't be doing this every night, and like trying to get round of drinks for the girlies. I'm like, we gonna have to figure this out because this is a little expensive.
Oh Lord. Okay, so just know if you want to go to Bear
You
Week,
got to save up your coins for
get
it.
your money up, baby.
Yes, get a house that has a kitchen. Do some cooking on your own because eating out also can be pricey there.
Oh wow. Okay, so back to it. Your best voyeuristic experience.
Yes. So I was watching some group sex go down in PTown at, is it called Vault? It's connected to Crown and Anchor. They have a leather bar there that has a little dark space. I call it a dark closet because it's really small. So I kind of like got my way in there because it was a little crowded. And there was this like really tall, beautiful man fucking this not I guess otter type guy, and
Good order.
they were fucking like no one was watching, even though it was like this tight space and like
love
a
watching
lot going on. And I'm like,
Yes.
I am getting. I'm like, this is hot. This is cute. I'm like, I'm feeling the energy, and like, I just enjoy just watching them. I wasn't even jerking off or anything. I just legit was watching them have their moment.
I have two experiences. I think first, I remember when I showed interest in being into fisting. So Augusta, Georgia, at the Parliament Resort has a fisting event about 2 or 3 times a year. So the person who was in charge of orienting, getting the event started, knew my husband at the time. And so we were at home Saturday, and my husband's like, get dressed. And I'm like, where are we going? He's like, I have a surprise for you. He'd got me a pass to go to the fisting event for the
I know that's all right.
And so I wasn't gonna do anything 'cause I didn't know anybody, but I wanted to expose myself to like see, because I kept asking like, I want to watch this, I want to watch this. So the bar in Augusta is called Edge. So it's a very like, it's a small closet bar. It's not really big. But I remember we walked in and the bar had been transformed into a fist fest orgy. There were slings all over the bar. There was this like red ambient light that was everywhere. There were mattresses set up. And I walked in and one of the locals that knew me, he's like, "Hi." And I was like, "Oh," with someone's forearm in him, and he's like, "Hi, how are you?" And I was just like, "Oh," and then I remember I was like one of like 4 black men in that whole area. So this one black guy sees me and he runs up to me. He's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "Another one," and I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's just like, black man, and I was just like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Are you into fisting?" I'm like, "I really want to learn." He's like, I'm gonna get you educated right now. And so he gives me this like list of things. He's like, he looks at my nails. He's
care.
like,
I need to trim them.
But he like gets me in the contact with this group and everything. But like he was just like he wanted to get more black people into this thing. But I remember
we need more of that.
I was in there and there was this there was a sling in there. So your X-frame sling. This man had just finished fisting this guy, and this man held onto the X's to the frame, metal frame, did a half pull-up, and proceeded to fuck the guy in the sling.
I know that's right.
Dangling. I was amazed.
I know that's
I
right.
was like, I had never seen somebody do that. So he's literally like hanging, and he's like doing this. I was like, holy shit. That was probably one of the coolest voyeuristic experiences I've ever had. In all places,
I would have been gagged to watch that.
And then the other one was I helped people film OnlyFans content. And I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and 2 of my friends were filming for their OnlyFans. Their connection was making me pre-cum.
I love that.
The sex they had was like you see 2 people like who love each other, like they were dating. 2 people who fuck each other who want to just fuck each other.
Exactly, and it's not just work.
That was probably one of the like. I remember having the camera in my hand and the camera going out of frame because I'm trying to watch like the sex is that good. And I was just like, God, I never wanted to join. I'm like trying to like manage between my professionalism and fuck this. I want to fuck too. Because both of them wanted to fuck me.
Yes.
But they needed content. So I think that was probably one of the best ones I've had.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, so let's get into this second part. All right, so how race, shame, and liberation play into exhibitionism. So let's get into it. So first talking point. Historically, black male bodies have been seen as very hypersexual, sometimes even dangerous, very hyper masculine. How does that headspace affect the average queer black man about being an exhibitionist or voyeurist?
It can impact you because I think folks have certain expectations when it goes into fetishism. That can be very difficult. Like if I'm about to like fuck someone and it's in like a public space, if someone's like, "Oh yeah, like let me see that big black dick, boner killer," I'm done. I'm no, we're
I
not.
think
We're
that is
not doing that.
universal, like black dick, like killer. Like
Yes.
majority of black men I know, you say BBC, they're done.
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 Done. I know some who are into that, and I'm like, you need to unpack some things about why. I try not to kink shame, but I know that's not for me. And I tell folks, I'm not into race play. Even when it comes to dom sub things, I'm like, I'll call you sir. I'm not calling you master. You're not, calling me certain, like I'm not going to be your slave. You're not calling me the N-word for sure. Like, not happening. So, I want folks to appreciate me in that space, but not from, oh, I'm like living my fantasy of what black people are. Like you're here to be on this stage for me. Like this is not the slave block. Like I'm not, here for your pleasure in that way.
So I think one of the things that I know, because I'm thinking from like my experience, and I know everything isn't like my experience isn't everyone's experience, but I'm thinking like some of the things that I went through, and why I probably would have not wanted to do this. And I know like being in spaces where like you feel empowered, right? Like let's say you're in that play area and someone comes and they make those kind of statements to you, and it's so hard to reconnect sometimes.
It is.
And then you get into this mind space of like, I don't want to encounter this again. And so because of this, I don't want to do this again.
Exactly.
And so, and I guess my caveat to that is like I understand that that's why a lot of black men look for spaces. There's a lot of queer play spaces for black men.
Frolic Weekend, PTown.
I'm not
PTown
gonna
has
hold
all the
you.
places.
Like I know the Eagle is a popular space, and I'm not talking bad about the Eagle, but I have been fetishized like nobody's business at the Eagle. And I don't think
me.
for somebody who is new to certain things, especially if you are a black man, you will encounter that at the Eagle. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have your fair skinned men come up to you that are gonna be like, I've had black men come up to me and be like, oh my God, especially as, being named Mr. Dominus, they want me to dominate. Or they'll come up to me and they'll see my size and they're just like I've had people look at me like you look very hot for a black guy. Like what the fuck?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? That part. You know what? Another kicker for me, I've been in those places where I'm having sex in public, and I've had black and brown men then tell me afterwards, "Oh, I can't be with you. I can't hook up with you." I'm like, "Why not?" "Oh, you fuck white men," and I'm like. I fuck everyone, but the fact that I fuck white men as well, they was like, nope, no, can't fuck with you. Like, you're a traitor to your race and whatnot. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what we're doing.
I get both sides of it. I don't agree with it. I definitely get both sides of it. Being married to, a white man.
Same.
It can be hard at times, seeking validity in the black community sometimes. And a lot of I remember for the longest time, a lot of black men were like, "You're not interested in us," or the black men would see me, and it's not that
little do you know, I'm interested in everyone.
I love a lot. I like a lot of daddies, and so I was having a hard time. It wasn't until I came to DC. I was having a hard time finding black and brown men that were my type, as in daddies.
Yeah.
Baby, I went to Thirst last weekend. Baby, I saw some bearded black men. That gray bearded black men. I was just like,
where? You sent me some recommendations. Because I don't see black and brown daddies often.
And I was in heaven. And I was walking upstairs not to my own harm. I'm attractive. People think I'm attractive. And they
own it.
And I was walking upstairs and like the entire crowd is eye fucking me. Like I can feel all these black men just like looking at me. And then I see this older black daddy at the end of the bar, and I try and beeline it towards him to try and talk to him, but then he ended up like leaving before. But like, oh my god, he was so beautiful. And so I'm finding a lot of men here that I find very attractive because I'm always gonna gravitate towards an older person. Skin tone, I growing up in the gay community. There was a lot of white men in the beginning that I was meeting, and I wasn't putting myself in proximity to find black men.
Yeah.
That was on me. Yeah. And so really changing how I thought about things and changing how I did things, and putting myself in those areas to meet those men. Oh my God, there's some beautiful black men in DC, man. Like,
very beautiful.
Beautiful. And
that led to my husband and I opening up our relationship.
Point, they don't want to fuck with you if you don't. And like you said, you got some things to unpack. And that's a whole.
Like I say, like I get why. Like it may not be for everyone,
not
but
for everyone, I get it.
Kind of.
But my biggest thing and takeaway when it comes to voyeurism and being in these spaces is to let people understand that when you are in this space as a black man, we don't have the luxury to just let go. We don't. That luxury is not there for us. So I get the hesitation.
There's a lot that comes with it.
A voyeuristic because you are having to watch your back, you're having to watch your space, and you're having to watch how you're being treated.
Exactly.
So what the white man gets to do.
Especially if the cops come through, there's the chance that we're going to be the ones arrested and not our white counterparts as much.
The freedom the white men have to be voyeuristic, and like let's talk about like being in the public parks. If we all scatter in different directions, baby, they're coming after me first.
Exactly.
They're running after me. Okay?
Exactly.
Bob and Chad are not getting chased.
They're not getting chased.
They're coming after me.
And if they do, they may have the connections and the resources to get them out of it. I don't have that, so I have to be very careful because that's my livelihood on the line, my reputation. Then, one, being black, a lot of it is tied to your family.
Yes.
So it's like you're a reflection of your family a lot of times in black culture, and it's like I don't want to embarrass my family.
Yes.
But I still want to have sex in public.
I get that, and I guess the biggest takeaway from this episode, I think, for people, is to like we talk about being intentional. So finding those parties. Deviant holds a lot of sex-based and sex-positive parties. So if you are a black man in the area, especially in the Atlanta area, the DC area, New York area, or LA area, and you are interested in being an exhibitionist or a voyeurist, those are really great places where you can go as a black man and go explore.
Exactly. Places with dark rooms, bathhouses.
As a black man who has never done this, I'm not going to tell you to go to the Eagle for the first time. I'm not. Like, I would say if you do go to the Eagle, go with people that you know. I think there are some Eagles that are a little bit more kink friendly than others. I think the Eagle is just a very big melting spot that if you are concerned about a cultural bias, it wouldn't be my first place. I would go there because, I've been there. I know how to handle those situations. But if you were like new into this, that is one space of being in some of those deviant parties. Where one of my best friends was at a deviant party. And those spaces are really great.
I love those spaces.
They're really good for you to allow yourself to go out there and explore.
Because you can have that, voyeur experience, that exhibitionist experience, and a lot of the kind of fear of kind of the legality around it kind of goes away because it's a space created, for that, so you can let your guard down a little bit more.
I definitely agree. All right, so last couple questions. How much time we got left? Okay. So we're gonna kind of go into this. We might go over it just a little bit. What has exhibitionism taught you about self-love?
Ooh, it has taught me that I am amazing. Okay. And I should never doubt myself, even though, imposter syndrome is real.
Just to hear that, it made me really happy.
Yeah, because before I got into it, as I mentioned, I was low self-esteem, wasn't confident in myself, and it showed me and taught me that, I am great. I may not be for everyone, but there are folks out there who are into me, who adore me and love me and want to fuck me. And that's what keeps me going.
They want to fuck him, you guys.
And it's made no's much easier. So if someone says, okay, no, not for me, Doesn't
You know
bother me.
what
I
she
just move on to
wears.
the next one.
Yesterday's price ain't today's price, baby.
That part.
Uh,
That part. So
the price
yes.
of cocaine has gone up. Okay, you can't afford it.
That
Period.
part.
Okay,
I
I don't
wouldn't say
want
I'm
you.
arrogant or conceited, but like I know my worth and I know I'm beautiful.
I love that. I really do. And to have that mindset is challenging.
It is. It
It is.
is.
It does not just come naturally. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of like self reflection, and it takes a lot of like nights where you just don't feel like you're worth it. And like
Exactly. And that happens.
I think that mindset does come from having a community though, of people really pouring into you and allowing you to realize your own self-worth. I think it's
Yes.
important. Finding your family can really help with your journey into exhibitionism and voyeurism, because having that support group to allow you to feel empowered to go do those things. Then when you finally
Exactly.
like have that empowerment yourself, you can go out there and do it yourself. And then
Absolutely.
there will be that time where you as a black man, you're out there being a voyeurist or being an exhibitionist, and you meet that one little person who wants to try things, but he sees somebody like you doing something, and then he feels like, oh,
I can do that too. Yes, and it's helped like having a community of folks. I have a great friend group that includes Black, brown, queer men, and when I say like the love that we pour into one another and uplift one another, like it's been such a game changer to have that, community. And like you said, pouring into each other, we have to do that because some days most of the time. I feel myself and I know I'm great. There are those moments where I don't. And like sometimes like reaching out to one of those friends and saying like I'm really feeling down, like this is not going right, and like just to have them be like, bitch, if you don't stop and realize how great you are, keep your head up. Like don't put your head down. Like you are amazing.
Period. All right. Last question. Give the people your best sex, your best kinky raunchy advice when it comes to being an exhibitionist or a voyeurist in a sex orgy type situation. What advice would you give them? What should they have? What should they not have? What should they be doing? What should they be wearing? Give them like a little rundown of like what they need to have on. Should I be in my church best or should I have my nasty pig jock strap on?
You should have your jock on or be nasty or just something, skimpy or naked. Because you're there to show off the goods, whether you're participating in it or just watching. Sometimes it's nice that you just have easy access to certain, acts. I always recommend if you have particular lube that you prefer. Bring that with you because not all lube is built the same for each person's body. So yes, if you are into poppers, have that available for you. If you use condoms, have your condom of choice available, and also be in that space. Advocate for yourself. I think is my best tip. Like having folks like there was a time. Where my husband and I, when we first opened up our relationship, the rule was that you had to use condoms, and so like being comfortable telling people in those spaces like I want to fuck, but I have to use a condom, and if you're okay with that, great. If not, then I'm going to move on to the next person, and I want other folks to understand that they need to advocate for themselves in that way too, like knowing what your boundaries are, what you into, what you're not into, and being able to speak that.
Those boundaries, being in the voyeuristic and exhibitionist phase of life. Or in those, it's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to be in a voyeuristic place and not want nobody to touch you. That's okay.
Exactly.
Just because you're in this space does not mean people are gonna have to do things with you, or because someone graced you with the visual privilege to watch them beat or fuck somebody off. You don't have to give anything back.
Yeah, there's no blanket consent walking into the spaces.
You don't owe those people nothing. They put themselves in this space to be seen. You got the privilege to see them, and you can go the fuck back home.
And take no as a no.
Exactly.
And move on. Don't feel any type of way about it. It's okay.
Tell the people where they can find you on socials.
On Instagram, you can find me on Everlasting Riot. That's Everlasting, spelled the way it sounds, and Riot, RYOT. And I can't even remember my name on Blue Sky. That's really sad. But I'm on Blue Sky as well. We can put that in the captions or whatnot.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of Frequency. We appreciate you guys being here and watching us on the YouTube. Stay tuned. We will be posting our episodes every Monday, fresh for you guys. Stay kinky, stay positive.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye.